Today's practice is a release of the neck and shoulder muscles and the fascia, connective tissue for neck pain, shoulder pain, all that tightness that we can feel. So for today's practice, you're going to need a blanket and a towel, or 2 towels and 2 blankets. And you're going to want 2 balls, and you want them to be about this size, so you can use myofascial release balls, or you can just use regular tennis balls, but you want something that has some give to it a little bit. And then also, we're going to need a stack of books or a block if you have a yoga block. If not, just grab some books and make a nice stack for yourself. We want it to be about 3.5, 4 inches here in this distance, and I just rubber band them together so that they won't slide. So the first part that we're going to do today, you can do seated in a chair, you don't have to be on the floor. But what we're going to do first is we're going to sit up nice and tall. And you just want to have a nice spine. You want your ears balanced over your shoulders, shoulders over ribs, ribs over your pelvis. So just get that sense of being able to sit up nice and tall, heart is slightly lifted. And just take a breath or 2 here just to settle in and relax the shoulders here. Think about creating space between the bottom of your ear and the top of your shoulder. So just take a nice deep breath in and then slowly exhale, let the breath pour out. And just let every exhale help relax those shoulders down and release. And the first movement we're going to do today is we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our one arm, we're going to take it out to the side, and I'm going to have you turn your thumb down. And then bend the elbow and place the back of your hand right about at your sacrum at the low back here. And we're going to use this hand here to just gently draw the elbow back just a tiny bit. And leave the other arm at your side, either touching the base of the seat where you're at. I'm going to take a breath in here. And as you exhale, tilt your ear away from your bent arm. So you're creating a nice little side stretch here. Continue to move this elbow down towards the floor. So it's very subtle movement there, just to help create some space. Only go as far as you begin to feel and notice that stretching sensation in your neck, lengthening there. And then we're just going to nod the chin back and forth. And we're moving really slowly, just an inch or 2 in each direction. If at any point this feels like there's pinching or pain, you want to release the head up to a point where you no longer feel that sensation. Keep a nice steady breath here, just inhaling and exhaling through your nose. And then come to stillness, and on an inhale, bring the head back upright to center and release that arm. Just let the shoulders hang. Take a moment and notice the difference in sensation that you may feel between the 2 sides. And then we'll move on to the other side. So take the opposite arm out, turn your thumb down, bend your elbow and bring the back of the hand to your low back. Go ahead and gently draw the elbow back a little bit, and the shoulder just depresses down a little bit, and just a gentle little press of the elbow down towards the earth here. Take an inhale, and then exhale your ear again away from your bent arm. Taking it again as far as is comfortable for you. And once you reach that point where you begin to feel the lengthening in the side of the neck, we'll just begin to nod that head back and forth. Now your 2 sides may feel very different. That's perfectly normal. And if you feel a little bit of crunching That's normal as well, but we don't want pain. So listen to your own body here. Just a couple more times. And then allow your head to come still. And then inhale, bring the head back up right to center. Exhale, release your arm. Oh, good. Let's see how that feels. Take a moment, just notice. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our hands back behind us. So you have two options here. You can grab opposite elbows or opposite forearms. We want the shoulders to drop, again, away from the ears. Or if you have the ability to interlace your hands, reach the knuckles for the floor behind you as you draw your shoulder blades together and down. So either option is fine here. The idea of lowering the shoulders gently away from the ears. We'll take a breath in, and as you exhale, we're going to drop the chin to the chest. So we're elongating the back of the neck here. The chin resting down towards the chest. We're just going to begin here to sway the head as if you were saying no thank you. Here we're taking the head over only as far as is comfortable. Moving slowly. Again, it's not about as far as we can take it. It's about as far as that is comfortable, just creating sensation without creating pain, especially if we're really tight. Eventually, we'll go ahead and let the chin come to center, rest on the chest. Take another big breath, maybe reach those arms down a little bit more, create a little bit more length. And then a nice, slow, complete exhale. And then inhale, we'll go ahead and we'll lift the head up, release the arms out on the exhale. Good, gentle roll of the shoulders here, just notice how it feels. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to move to the floor. So if you're on a chair, you want to just gently find a nice spot on the floor. And I'm going to have you grab a blanket or your towel that's folded up, and we're just going to lay that down just to have a little bit of support underneath our back here. We're going to sit on that. And when we go to roll back, here's where our books come. So you're going to set your books up in the middle of the mat. And we're going to lay back. And we're going to take this corner edge here of your books or your block, and we're going to place it so as you lay back that it comes right along the back of the ridge where your skull meets your neck, right up here. So if you place your hands, you can kind of feel that ridge where the base of your skull starts. And it's right along that line that we're going to go ahead and lean back on those books. So just make your way down, keep your knees bent here. And then just again, find that spot where the corner of the books are right on the edge of that base of the skull. You're going to keep your arms long at your sides, maybe lift the shoulders, move the shoulders down away from the ears. And then feeling the pressure of the corner, applying gentle pressure in the back of the neck there. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, rotate your head. Turn the head all the way to your right shoulder as far as you can take it, as far as there's no pain. And then we're going to slowly start to draw the head back towards center. And as you do, you'll notice that you're going to come across a little thick band of tissue about halfway back towards the center. And you're going to stop there. So notice how the chin is dripping towards the chest. And I can feel that little thick band of tissue back here, applying pressure there. And from here, again, we're just going to nod the head up and down, moving the chin back and forth, up and down. Really massaging that little thick tissue there. You can even make little circles or just rock it side to side and up and down. And you can do this for a minute or two, as much as that feels comfortable. And then just find your stillness and inhale, bring your gaze back to center, and then exhale all the way out over that left shoulder to do the other side here. So taking it all the way as far as it'll go. And then slowly bring the gaze back to center. As you get about halfway, again, finding that thick band of tissue now on the left side of your neck, dropping the chin to the chest. And once you find it, start that little massage action here, nodding up and down, maybe back and forth, or little circles. Again, these are just small little movements here. Let your intuition kind of guide you here as to what would feel really good. And again, you can do this for up to a minute or two, depending on what your needs are today. And then we're just going to go ahead, find that still point, and inhale, bring the head back to center here. I'm going to rest here for a moment, again, chin resting toward the chest. And at center, just rock it side to side, maybe an inch or two in each direction. And then you can stay here and just kind of let the head dangle, or have the head rest. The neck is the part that's kind of just dangling and elongating as it hangs off the edge of the corner of the book or block, depending on what you have there. And then just to come out of this, just gently, as the chin is in the chest, lift the head. Go ahead and move the block or books away. Rest the head back on the floor for a few moments. And just really notice how that feels. It may feel a little warm or any sensation. We're going to bring the balls into the practice now. So you're going to take your two balls, and I'm going to sit up to show you. We're going to first place them, here's the top of the shoulder, and we're going to walk the fingers right about here. So we're not onto the shoulder blade, we're not going to be on bone, we're going to be into this area of tissue, right about here. So you can place the balls sitting up, and then coming back down. Now sometimes for me, I like to just keep my head up a little bit, so I might bring the books back and rest my head on the books, and then place those balls right there and just lay back. So this can be pretty intense a little bit. And this is where your towel can come in handy. If it's a little too much for you, just unfold your towel. Go ahead and place the balls. These are about 2 inches apart, maybe 3, and just put the towel over them. And this just creates a little extra cushion, and then you can lay back around them like that. So we're going to keep the knees bent here, arms at your side. Feeling the pressure of the balls there. You can kind of wiggle side to side just to get a little bit of massage there. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to inhale the arms up. And as you exhale, let the arms drape over your head. It's okay if they don't come all the way to touch the floor, but just take them as far as you can. Inhale them up and exhale them back to your side. And you'll do that a few times here using your breath. Inhale the arms up. Exhale up and over. And as you do that, you may feel how it really kind of gets into that tissue there. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Again, if it gets to the point where you feel pain, only take it to the point that as far as it'll go. And that's absolutely fine. And we'll just do that nice and slow. You can also do this one arm at a time. And again, you can do this several times. And when you're done and you've had enough, just go ahead and relax here for a few moments. And then we're going to move the balls down a bit. So to come up, just lift the chin towards the chest, slowly lift up. You can roll to one side and gently press yourself up. So for this one, we're going to move it down, and the balls are going to end up right about at the bra line. So we're going to place them about 3 to 4 inches apart, but we're going to make sure that when we lay back, it's in the tissue area on either side of your spinal column, but not onto the bottom of the shoulder blade. So that space right between there, here and here. So again, I would probably use a towel or a blanket, depending on what you have. Set your balls up and place either the blanket or the towel over it just to make it a little bit more comfortable. And then come back and just slowly support yourself on your arms and your forearms and roll back down, finding that spot. It might take a moment to make the adjustments. Need my balls a little closer together. There we go. And again, I like to keep my head elevated. It's more comfortable for me. Now this one's going to be a little bit more intense than the one up by the shoulders. So if you need extra cushion, maybe fold the towel again. And here we're just letting the body weight do the work here. So letting the body sink back into those balls along either side of the spinal column. Never let those balls get on the spine. And we definitely don't want them into the bones of the bottom of the shoulder blades either. So here you can stay just like this, letting the ball sink into the tissue in the back. Again, you can kind of rock the knees gently side to side, lifting the pelvis, each hip up maybe an inch. And we're just rocking on those balls just a little bit. Back and forth. Remembering all of this is connected. So even if we're tight up here, a lot of that might be tightness in the back that's pulling down on our neck. And you can also, with the knees still, you can bring the arms up above you. And as you exhale, inhale, open the arms out to the side. And as you exhale, you can give yourself a little hug here. Inhale, open up the arms. Exhale, give yourself a hug with the opposite arm on top. Doing that back and forth with your breath. Inhale to open. Exhale, give yourself a hug. Just switch which arm is on top with each breath. Eventually coming to stillness, letting yourself just, again, allow just the weight of the body to do the work here. And it's always your choice whether stillness or movement feels better for you. And we'll come out of this gently, lifting the chin towards the chest, gently rolling off to one side and pressing yourself up. So once you come to seated, just let yourself sit for a few moments in stillness. Maybe close your eyes here and just sense all the different feelings and sensations that you have in the neck, the shoulders, and the back here. Just let that percolate through. Notice if you're feeling a little bit more relaxed, if you feel any release. Always take your time with these. And again, the important part here is always to stay within pain-free movement. We never want any pain. Sometimes it can be a little uncomfortable, and that's okay. Discomfort is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, especially when we're getting into the deeper tissue. But please, please, if you ever feel any pain, please back out. So I hope this was helpful, and I hope it helps you find some relaxation and release in your neck, your shoulders, and your back. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you stay well and happy. Namaste.